Welcome to UC Today. My name's David Dungay. I'm here on the Crestron stand at InfoComm. I'm with Neil Fluester. How you doing, Neil?
It's great. It's an amazing show. This stand's rammed.
It absolutely is rammed. Lots going on today on stands, but I do want to talk about this back to the workplace trend we are seeing. I know Crestron, you're doing lots around this, especially around the desk scheduling aspect. What are you seeing? What kind of challenges are businesses really wrestling with when it comes to that back to work trend right now?
It's a new space for us. I mean, we've been in the meeting room scheduling space, but as you say, we had Modern Work Summit a couple of weeks back. A lot of customers going, how are we going to return to work? Are we going to go in for Taco Tuesdays or, only in on Mondays and Wednesdays? How are you going to book your resources? Now you're going to track that and manage that. So we launched two new products, the Desk Touch and the Desk Queue. It allows you to come into the office, book your table, scan your QR code with your phone, and then you can say, this is my table for the day. And then from a facilities point of view, we can manage and monitor that and see where the hotspots are, see where people are sitting and see what's going on in the office.
Tell me about that management. That really, really interests me, how businesses are using that data to really optimize and make that sort of scheduling efficient. What's happening around that?
Well, obviously we make the hardware and we're partnering with the general major scheduling partners, Tango, AppSpace and others, to be able to hook into their back end. So they'll have all that analytics for the workspace. They'll have workplace management solutions, and the desk booking can feed into that. But again, the queue is really the fact that we can see where the hotspots are and see what days the trends are. Everyone's coming in on Tuesday, or that team or that group are congregating in those areas. And then we can look at and manage that, from managing how many people are staff are in the canteen, how many car parking spaces we have available, and just looking in that forward insight as to what's going on in the office.
And of course, here at InfoComm, we're seeing a lot of products around, not least the video bar. You can't throw a cat in this place without hitting a video bar at some point, right? Exactly. Crestron, you've got your new bar, the 70 series.
Video Bar 70,
yeah. But what makes it different? What makes Crestron's video bar different from all the other video bars we're seeing here?
Well, clearly, it's a great solution. The 70 being for large rooms. A lot of the video bars out there are for the small rooms, so kind of huddle rooms with the start, and then it's a kind of 4, 5, 6 person. The Video Bar 70 is for up to 9 meters or 30 feet for the Americans out here. But the real key thing is, I say, multiple camera elements, 4 cameras. But what we're doing at Crestron that's slightly different is adding the awareness outside the video bar. Crestron is known as a control system for an AV integration company, and the ability to be able to have awareness. Is the screen on? Is the screen off? Are the lights on? The blinds down? Being able to control that whole aspect. When you walk into the meeting room, an occupancy sensor will pick you up. It will turn the screen on, turn the screen to HDMI, and it will also give you that remote management and monitoring. You can proactively say, someone's unplugged an HDMI cable, someone's been messing around, and actually go out there and solve those products. All of the other bars out there are just going to go, well, I'm turned on. I don't know why the screen's black, because they don't have that awareness outside of their own solution.
It's a really interesting problem we're seeing around meeting bars at the minute. I think it's really interesting that the focus is shifting towards that meeting experience, right? So it's away from the tech as such to that. Well, what is happening in the wider environment? How important is that going to become to businesses to get hold of their meetings environment and that experience rather than maybe the tech itself?
Yeah, I mean, again, we've been used to in lockdown doing back-to-back meetings. As we go back into the office, we don't have 5 or 6 minutes to set up a meeting. You want to go in, click to join and have that experience. When you go into a meeting space, you're not going in to be a techie, you're going in for your sales meeting, your marketing meeting, and generally you want to go in and just have the meeting start. You don't have that luxury of time where you might have, again, 3 or 4 people working remotely who are sitting there going, where are they in the meeting room? What's going on? Why are they not joining? So that simplicity and ease of use that you can actually concentrate on the meeting and not the technology in the meeting room is where all the customers want to go.
And of course, here at UC Today, this would not be a UC Today show if we didn't talk about Microsoft Teams in some way, shape or form. We're seeing a lot around the Teams certified devices right now. Crestron, you've got this really interesting dongle that we saw just a moment ago, enabling people to really bring their own laptop and their own sort of setup into those meeting spaces. What's going on around that space?
It's interesting. I mean, if you'd looked 2 or 3 years ago, Microsoft hated BYOD. They didn't like it. They wanted, the MTR was the solution. And I don't think that's changed, but there seems to be a bit of a realization that customers want to have choice. So the ability that I can be flexible and bring in my meeting on my laptop. And again, we've now all been used for the last 3 years working from home, doing Teams on our laptop. So when we go back to the office, it seems more natural to drive the call from our laptop device. So the idea with the Air Media Connect dongle is to really simplify that BYD. The challenge again is from a user ability. You've got loads of cables, HDMI, USB, all the different adapters and converters, Macs, PCs. So simplifying that with a single dongle you can plug in that will share not only your desktop to the front of room display, but bring the camera to your laptop and the microphone and the speakers. Now, moreover, the additional part that Microsoft are adding is the ability just to share the video component of Teams. Because clearly, if you're sharing your whole desktop on a 75-inch monitor at the front of the room, you don't want it popping up with alerts saying, update your virus software or pick up the shopping on the way home. So adding that capability in. And then lastly, adding the room scheduling. So when the room is not in a call, I can see the schedule for the room, the Teams calendaring information for that room on the front of room display. So again, simplifying the workflow and making it really easy for the users to join whatever call they want. It could be Teams, WebEx, Zoom, whatever it might be.
So, Neil, there's obviously a lot of innovation going on in this room right now.
We've been busy.
Yeah. What are you excited about over the next sort of 12 months in this space? There's so much innovation going on. I mean, this is a conversation, we haven't even mentioned the word AI yet. Yeah. So what are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to that's coming down the line?
I think from us, the intelligent video piece is a really powerful thing. We've made an acquisition of a company, One Beyond, about 2 years ago now, and the ability to do multiple cameras in a meeting space. The challenge with any large meeting space is the traditional bowling room alley table, and you're seeing all these kind of AI solutions where they can divide the screen up into segments and you get this celebrity square. But the challenge is if you're not all looking at the camera, you're going to get the side of everyone's face. Cameras can't look round corners, unfortunately. So the ability to put multiple cameras from different angles in the room and then being able to intelligently choose, like a video director, I want to cut to that camera, I want to cut to that camera. So you actually get that face-on shot rather than this lovely profile view of everything. There's going to be a lot of development, I think, around multi-camera. And then again, audio. Audio reinforcement is a real thing. We developed the Flex Pods to be able to be really flexible in the way that people deploy audio into meeting spaces, and doing that now wirelessly as well.
Fantastic. Neil, thank you so much for joining me. Pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the show.
It's going to be mad, hot and humid here in Orlando.
Thank you for joining me. You've been watching me, David Dungay, on UC Today.